It really pulled through for me. I'm obsessed with the brighter blue. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl T here with another video, and I'm just here to let y'all know that I killed it. Like, no, this really that heat. That's all I gotta say. This is really that heat. I turned a blonde wig because AliExpress played me. When I ordered my first blonde wig, I ordered this one the same time, and there was no way to stop it. Like, it showed up like 2 days after I found out what the first wig was looking like. I was not about to go through that process again, so I went ahead and went dark, and I was like, let me add some color. Let's do something different. It's quarantine. Like, so I am literally obsessed with how it came out. I just feel like I'm the siren that you always needed, and now I'm in my full form. Yes. Yeah, I'm just getting like craft vibes, like the craft slash a siren. Like, I'm obsessed. If you guys want to see how I got this black, blue, green hair, make sure you guys continue to watch. Before we get further, make sure you go ahead and like this video because y'all be playing me. I'm like, wow, so many people message me on Instagram, but these likes ain't adding up. Come on, help your girl out. Help me out. Thank you. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is putting a trash bag over my head because I am using Vaseline. This is the color Licorice, and it's from Garnier. You see here, and that's just the darkest black that they had in store. I am using store-bought box dye. Do not come at me or my neck, okay? So what we're doing is tackling these roots first because they were the hottest mess. What I was trying to do was to keep the black as minimal as possible. So I'm just taking my time and making sure that I'm really getting into those roots, honey, because it needs to be done. I know you guys see little Zay Zay over there, our special guest. I think all of my kids end up in this video. So I'm just making my way up to the top. I will say, please use a better way to separate the hair. As time went on, it just started to get a little messy in trying to keep the black and all the darker colors just as separate as possible. Like, I wouldn't even necessarily call this an ombre because it's just not. Like, it is, but it isn't. Now, even though I did have Vaseline on my cap, I did get a little bit of the knots, which if I decide to wear this wig again, or when I do, I think I will end up bleaching the knots, but it was just something that I did not want to do tonight. The Vaseline definitely did protect, but I was making sure that I got all of that brown color away, so I did touch the knots just a bit on the lace. I just like wasn't pressed for it. I'm like, I'm gonna just put some concealer on there and keep it pushing. Finally getting to the top. The first round was definitely the hardest for me. I don't know why. It took me mad long, like 40 minutes, but so I basically followed that brown that they have. Now the color I'm using is the Blueberry Mojito, and this is the blue. Now this is what I wanted to be my predominant and majority color for the entire wig. So I did pull this down pretty far while leaving the tips. I knew for sure that I did not want a ton of the bright blue and the green. So yeah, this is the color I wanted. I'm not even about the front. I was definitely freaking out because that color down below looking super blueberry, ain't it? I'm like, I hope this gets as dark as it's supposed to because that's not what the girls asked for. So I was definitely stressed this entire time because I didn't know how dark this was gonna get. But I also knew that I was gonna leave this on after I completely finished for probably like an hour. So now we're using the Manic Panic, and this is this bright blue that I'm using. I'll make sure I put all of the colors down below that I used. I did order this from Sally's, and they took dumb long, #pandemic. It took like 3.5 weeks, so be aware of that. And that was with expedited shipping. So what you guys see me doing here now is, I think this part is really important to use your fingers, and I'm also using a towel and wiping in between, and I am literally rubbing the colors together and blending them in, even going over the blue that is already there and just really blending that in and rubbing it together, because I wanted these colors to be, even if they weren't the same spots, there was never any harsh lines and it was blending. So take your time with that and make sure you really massage the color in, because if not, you're gonna be looking crazy and it's a waste of time at that point. You might as well just use a rubber band and dip it in if you're not gonna take the time to blend the hair. You feel me? So that's what we're doing. I do have a white towel that I end up using, and I was just literally wiping my fingers in between, and this process is super important to do for both the blue and the green. Not so much for the black and the darker blue, because the colors were so close that it just didn't matter. So now you'll see me kind of switching my technique. I pretty much got rid of the brush altogether and started using my fingers for just the blue and the green, wiping in between, going back with that blue, green, and just rubbing those in together. Anywhere I seen that the color was not as saturated as I thought that it should have been for the blue, I went back over it again with my fingers and just did the green at the very end, and then took blue and blended that in together. I do believe I slowed this down for you guys so you can really see me doing the little technique that I was doing. It is very, very important that in between hairs, I can't stress this, that you do not just make sure you wipe your hands, because if not, you're gonna have spots all over the place and you don't want that. Make sure you really saturate the hair too. I end up finding little blonde pieces that I had to go back over, and you just want to make sure that the hair is as flat as possible. And I just didn't want to use a comb for any instance, so yeah, just making sure that hair is super saturated. And that's what I did for the entire head for this portion. It's pretty redundant at this point, but you guys get the gist. So this is a few hours later. I did let it air dry just on the mannequin head after I washed the hair, conditioned the hair, all in cold water, because you don't want this color to dry. One thing I will give you tip wise, since the hair is darker at the root, I rinsed it upside down. So I just didn't want any chances of the other colors bleeding into the blue and the blonde. So if you just want to make sure of that when you're doing it, I think cold water with conditioner and upside down. So now I am just doing some wand curls. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to do this, but I did slow it down in some clips just so you can get it. I'm going away from my face, so I'm doing it one way on the left side and one way on the right side, and that is just what the girls is doing. I've been wanding my hair since high school, so it's pretty easy for me to do. But just in case, the biggest tip for me depending on what type of wand curls you want. I do not roll my hair as I am wanding it. I like the hair to be completely flat, like you're seeing there. Some people twist it and roll it as they go. I do not, because I always comb my curls out afterwards. So, and I don't comb them out until the very end. I spray the hair, then I wand it, and I go through the entire head, and then at the end I comb out my curls, finger comb them. So this is what we're looking like. I did everything except the lace up top because I wanted that to be on my head. Alrighty guys, so I have my wig here pretty much finished. What I'm going to do is do the quick gel method to put the wig on because I'm not planning on having this wig on for long. Probably just to do a makeup video or two, and then I'm gonna go back to where I belong, which is my 22-inch hair. So, okay, just using an old stippling brush that I don't use on my face anymore. I'm gonna take my foundation and I'm gonna put it inside of the wig and then onto this wig cap. I really feel like I want to use that spray that everyone's been using for like tanning, but guys, I can already see the vision on this for me. She's about to be so cute. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is lay this wig down, and once I do that, we'll come back to styling. So let's do that real quick. I do have some spots that are just dark, but I'm planning on cutting those areas, so fingers crossed it's just gonna be good, because I don't know. Oh, this is my first time doing this method, y'all, and I was practicing and trying to do this because Arnell been doing this in her transformation videos, but like shorty didn't do it right, clearly, because I had hella white spots and I just felt like the hair was crunchy. Not to mention, I did not get all the Vaseline off, and I'm not even about to front on y'all. I was not about to wash the hair and wait for it to air dry yet again because I was on a time crunch, but that's why the hair is like a little bit stringy. I was just not pressed for it. I'm like, I'm literally taking this off today, literally later on today, and I can rewash it, bleach the knots, do whatever I want to do, but it's gonna look good for these pics right now, okay? So now I'm cutting around my ear. Make sure you don't cut too much because people do that all the time. I've done it to like 4 wigs and it's just not cute. So always better to go higher than too far back. And I'm just putting my scarf on to try to melt this lace as much as possible, even with these dark knots and lace, y'all. I left that on for like an hour, and as you can see, it was looking a little rough, but we made it work. And kind of do that little jagged so it's not looking. See, do you guys see those white spots? It's looking crazy. I decided to do a side part. If you know me, this is like what? But I just, for a bob, I feel like you always need a side part. It's just so cute. So as you can see, I am wand curling away from my face. Same thing I've been doing. Cutting some baby hairs. Trying to make this as realistic looking as possible with these dark AF roots. And my least favorite thing in the world, I don't know if you guys know this, but I hate doing baby hairs. I hate doing them. I hate them. I think they're stupid. I don't like them. Now I'm taking some regular concealer and just doing this part since my knots are so dark, and we just leave it at that, okay? And one thing I like to do for this is make sure that the hair, again, is completely flat, and I don't go any higher than like the middle of my forehead for my curl. Okay guys, so this is the final look for this. I am obsessed. I feel like I say this every video. Outdoing myself, I don't know. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I had some struggles. My legs are literally stained. I lost 4 nails. Like, it was really a process, and I was kind of second guessing my vision, but like, it really pulled through for me. I'm obsessed with the brighter blue that's like just randomly peeking and popping through. I will say that I don't like this glue method at all. I definitely won't be doing it again. I just am not a fan. It made my lace, I feel, just like hard, and it's not laying super well. Maybe I didn't do it right, and I also just don't like the white that I had to keep cleaning up. I just don't have to deal with that with the like Ghost Bond. But I do plan on wearing this for like a week or so, and when I do that, I'm going to use my Ghost Bond method because this ain't it, boo. For you guys, do I have any tips and tricks? No. What? I just showed y'all what I did. If you guys have made it this far, make sure you go ahead and put a green heart down below. As always, make sure you go ahead and like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.